launch FanStream Sports.
3, 2, 1.
Let's start.
Hello, sports fans. Welcome to FanStream Sports.
Hello, everybody. Welcome into another edition of From the Rough, America's favorite golf podcast, right here on FanStream Sports. Welcome into the show. I'm IndyCarTim. That guy over there is PGA of America member, Mr. Johnny the Gerbinator, Gerbman Gerber. He is live from his home studio there in Overland Park, Kansas. Not Missouri,
don't call it,
correct?
Don't call it Missouri. Buenos dias to you. Or I don't know how to speak Canadian. This is a Canadian week, so I don't. Oh, Buenos dios. How do you do that in Canada? Speak Spanish.
You know how to do that. You say
in Canada.
You say take off, eh?
Yeah, but how do you say
it?
Hoser? How do you say it in Spanish, though?
Say what?
Oh,
hello.
You speak Spanish, but you speak Spanish, but you do it in a Canadian accent. Like Sergio.
Speak Espanol.
Oh,
Sergio.
Right,
Sergio wishes.
Yeah, right.
Nacho
Ibarra.
Pancho Villa. What?
Do they serve nachos in Canada? Or they
Betcha,
consider nachos poutine?
No, they're not the same thing. They're not even remotely close.
Canadian
nachos
poutine
don't have
is
gravy.
not nachos? Oh.
No.
Well, cheese is
Put gravy on nachos?
Gravy. Cheese is
cheese
gravy.
Isn't gravy. Cheese is cheese.
Well.
What's the matter with you? What are you doing right now? We're not even started yet, and you're all over the place.
I know.
Because sometimes when there's only one pickle in the pickle jar, you just got to eat that pickle.
I had a bad day of golf. How about that? Can I blame it on golf?
Did you shoot a 104? I bet you shot today.
No? 104.
What'd you shoot today?
Dude, I've never shot 104 in my life.
On the front nine. Me neither.
No. Yes, you have.
So what was it? Nope.
What? I shot 77 today. I shot 77 today at hard golf.
On the front nine or the back nine?
36 holes. How about that? Not that.
On the front nine of 36 holes?
I can't play 72, 7,300
Where'd you play?
Show Creek. It's too long. I can't play those long places anymore.
Is that a Muni?
Too old. No, it's not a Muni.
Is that a Muni out there?
Yeah. There's no Munis. It's not like
pay your $6.95 green fee.
That's not like Cedar Crest there in Dallas. Yeah.
Cedar Crest. I haven't played Cedar Crest in 25 years.
Oh, you haven't?
But that's the way we roll around here.
Yeah, I know. But get back to golf. Your golf. How about your golf?
I played Brookhaven.
Yeah, they didn't let you in there.
I play Brookhaven, sir. Before we get started with things that actually matter, let's get into something that we predicted the day that this occurred. But for those of you living under a rock and not paying attention to things, all charges on Scotty Scheffler by the Louisville Police Department and those redneck hicks up there have been dropped.
Ooh, wow.
They looked at everything and they said, yeah, we don't have anything here, buddy. Best for us to just walk away from this.
Certainly didn't help. He didn't turn his body cam on, and that was like his second or third offense in terms of violation. This renegade, this larrikin that they had up there as a cop. So that's kind of where we're at. That's kind of where we're at with that. So, yeah, probably a smart move on their part, and knowing Scotty, he's probably not going to file charges, or he's not going to do anything. He say, hey, let's just get it done and kind of move on. And it certainly hasn't tarnished his golf, as he played well on Monday. We didn't get to do a Monday show due to the holiday, but certainly all things are still full go with Scotty Scheffler, whether he's got cuffs on him or not.
Yeah, and look, there was some audio that came out I believe it was today. This is the first time I saw it, and it was basically the recording of the interview of him at the police station that morning talking to the officer as he was reading him or taking a statement, right? Have you heard this?
No.
So it's very, very interesting because if all you had to go on was that audio, you would say 100% Scotty Scheffler was in the wrong here.
Oh, really?
Because just because of the way he conducted himself, you could tell he was terrified. He was, you could hear his body shaking in his voice. He was so scared. And the officer, of course, a seasoned officer, that's how they're trained it's kind of an interrogation, right? In a matter of speaking. And, he was wording questions in a way that was kind of confusing Scotty, which again, that's kind of what they do. And asking the same things over and over again, hoping for different answers, and Scotty kind of held his ground. And for the, and the first thing they get to is, when Scotty's saying the guy's, my window's down, it's raining. And all I see is a guy in a he had the reflective vest on because it was dark. He didn't know. And Scotty said, I didn't know if he was a cop. I thought he was a security guard. He goes, so I wasn't about to stop. And so the officer goes, well, whoa. What does it matter if he's a security guard or a cop or a policeman? They didn't use the word cop, but police officer. And Scotty's like, well, I mean, you're right. I should have stopped, but I didn't because I didn't think he was a police officer. So right there, you're kind of like, yeah, you probably should have stopped, but again, Scotty Scheffler's a celebrity in most places where he hangs out. Right. And just some rando in a vest telling him he needs to stop. Well, I can kind of understand why he wouldn't. Yeah. And Scotty kept saying over and over again, he goes, if I'd have known he was a police officer, I would have stopped immediately. He did not identify himself as a police officer, which he didn't. Like, they know that. And so, but then the officer kept turning it around like, but if someone is in a traffic jam or whatever in a reflective vest and tells you to stop, you should probably stop, right? He was like, yes, sir. I should have stopped. I just didn't realize he was a police officer. He kept throwing that out there. So anyway, that was the first 2 or 3 minutes of the discussion was that. And it's a long, I think I listened to 15 minutes of it before I turned it off. But dude, you could tell Scotty Scheffler was terrified.
Yeah, he's never been in that situation before. No. Obviously, you got to give him the benefit of that. The cop must have been a JT fan for sure, Justin Thomas fan. That'd be my first guess. That's my first thought. I was like, how many is there a relative? Is he Justin Thomas' relative?
Or
is that why he's doing
Rory
this?
Guy? Like, I swear to God, he was a Rory guy.
Yeah. So, no, all seriously, yeah. If you've never been in that situation before, I'm pretty sure Scotty Scheffler's never been arrested in his life. Once you've been in that situation, your first time, unfortunately, it's second hat to you. I mean, it doesn't, you're just used to that stuff. So
yeah, I'm an old hat in this.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the way that works there. That Denton County, boy, they got your name up there. They do a scanner with you. They just say, there he is again. There he is again.
I mean, Denton County, Collin County, Dallas County, pretty everywhere but Tarrant. I haven't been arrested in Tarrant County. Everywhere else, yep.
Well, chalk that on the list probably this weekend. That's fine.
You know what? I take that back. I did get arrested.
See?
No. This was Dallas. I was going to say, first time I ever got arrested was Texas OU weekend in 1988.
Ooh.
I think, yeah, 88.
Is that Bosworth?
Public intoxication in downtown Dallas at coming out. And, of course, I was drunk at 17.
No way.
Yeah.
Was that Brian Bosworth era?
Yeah, it was 88. Yeah,
that's about right. Yeah.
So I mean, I wasn't rooting for Oklahoma though.
Yeah,
definitely wasn't rooting for Texas. I just like to go drink.
Yeah, well, things haven't changed. Things haven't changed.
Let's hope they never do. So yeah, Scotty's arraignment was for the 3rd June. June 3rd, and of course, I kept predicting he won't even make it. It'll be pushed aside, dismissed, whatever, long before that. And here we are on the 29th, and he is a free man, doesn't have to go back to Louisville to go to court or anything, because he wants to go to Louisville. It's one of the that's probably the 3rd most disgusting city I've ever been in.
Not true. They got a decent Hooters there, which I heard. I heard they had a decent Hooters there anyways. That's what I heard.
Okay.
I used to go there. So when I owned the hot sauce company, I used to go there a lot because they had a lot of we had a lot of stores. We were in a lot of stores in kind of that Midwest area. So I'd go up there. Well, it's not bad. People were nice. It's typical Midwest. People who are from there love it. So it's not, if you like some of those tours and like some of the bourbons and stuff, it's really pretty cool. But whatever. It's a small town. But it's not bad. It's not as bad as what people think. What's your
It is.
three? How you say three? What's the other two? Besides Little Rock is one for sure.
No, I've never actually been to Little Rock. My
Yeah.
top three dirtiest cities on the planet. Number one, Houston, Texas. By far the dirtiest, stinkiest, most filthy city I've ever been in my life. Number two, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Nothing but dirt and Appalachian Hill country people that live there. It's disgusting. And then Louisville. I want to gag every time I say Louisville.
So our sponsors in Pittsburgh and Houston, sorry, but I'm sure we're going to lose
We don't
those.
have
So
any of those. We don't have those.
I hope you tailor to where our sponsors are. Thank you very much for doing
Where
that.
are they? They're in Florida.
Yeah, they are in Florida.
In Kansas City.
Yeah.
See? Loved. Hey, what did I say about Kansas City when I was up there?
You loved it. You loved it.
Absolutely loved it.
You did, and I'm. It's gaining on me. I love the people here. The people here are as good as it gets, and golf is good. And it's shockingly surprising to me coming from Dallas, coming from Florida, coming from all the fortunate places I've been. Growing up in Ohio, it's pretty good. I get why people like it, and I get why people stay here. Great place to raise a family. I don't have family here yet. That's I haven't been here long enough, I guess, for them to track me down, but that's where I'm at with it.
Got any kids there yet? I mean, that's the big question, right?
It hasn't been 9 months yet, so no, I don't think so.
Wow. Moving right along, Johnny. That's for the next show. What are you doing?
I thought you see now how it feels, right? Nancy Gerber is not a grandmother. No,
I like other guys.
But so yeah, big weekend for Scotty Scheffler as he's a free man now. Hopefully, I didn't even get a chance to get one of those free Scotty T-shirts.
Those are funny, right?
I still want to get one, but it's just him behind bars. To see,
you can get them.
I'm the anti Scotty Scheffler. Like I want him behind bars.
Why?
Just because.
No, this guy. You can't just say because.
Yeah, I think that's a good enough reason.
You just
so
don't like
sick of Scotty Scheffler.
No,
I'm sick. I'm as sick of Scotty Scheffler as I am of Joseph Newgarden winning Indy 500s. There, I'll just leave that there.
Well, that's a different show for sure. I have no idea what Indy 500 is, or
you know what the Indy 500.
I know what it is, but I don't get into that. I don't get into that stuff. Like I don't.
All right, well,
you're IndyCarTim. You're IndyCarTim. That's just what it is.
Joseph Idiot Newgarden. By the way, we have a message on Instagram for you, Johnny. As when Bailey says hello.
Oh,
over there
tell
on
her
the
hello,
Miss
Bailey. I'll see you soon. Hopefully, I'll see you soon, young lady.
Yeah, fat chance of that. Never coming to Texas again.
That's not true.
Probably never see you again. So let's get into something that has some significance, if in fact there is anything, Johnny, because it is the 2024 RBC. Look at that, 15 minutes in the show. We're just now getting into the RBC. How do you like that?
I love it. That's why it's from the rough. You just never know what you're gonna get on this show. You just don't. It's all over the joint. If you want stats, if you just want people that are boring, don't really talk about real life things, tune out, because this is not it. This is not it.
It's not us. It's not us. We're not the stats type. We're the heavily opinionated type.
Certainly.
And all of our opinions are right, even when we disagree.
Well, mine is, but yeah. Mine is, but you're off enough.
Johnny, the PGA Tour travels to the Great White North. No, it is not my home. I am not from Ontario. I'm from Louisiana, sir. However, I did spend a significant amount of time in Quebec, and I do consider Canada and Quebec my second home, but not in Ontario. Getting the evil eye from Colby over there on the other side of the glass. Every time I say Quebec.
French Canadians, boy, they're just special. They're the opposite of Kansas City.
Je m'appelle Tim, et toi? So you know what? What's going to be interesting is, we had a pretty good Colonial, not a bad tournament. Had some excitement going on. Wasn't without tragedy. We won't get into that too much as more comes out about the passing of Grayson Murray, and we, thoughts and prayers for his family and friends, of course. But after the way last year's RBC Canadian Open finished, I don't know if there's any way you can possibly top that. You remember the finish, right? You remember this? Nick Taylor became the first Canadian since 1964 to win. And he did it in the most dramatic of fashions by sinking a 72-foot eagle putt on the third playoff hole against Tommy Fleetwood. That was his win. The
I do remember. Do we have a clip of that?
putt.
Do we have a clip of that?
No, I'm not that prepared.
No.
I don't have it.
We used to have a clip. We had a clip of that when we did a recap show. Yeah, over Fleetwood, over in the mouse.
Yeah, over the mouse. He threw his putter in the air and jumped into Canadian lore and legendary status. And he'll try to go back to back this year. I don't give him much chance the way he's playing right now, but he's also got a lot of competition. He's got some fellow countrymen joining him there in Ontario: Corey Connors, Taylor Pendrith, Mackenzie Hughes, your boy Adam Hadwin. And do you remember last year too, during the celebration on the green when Adam Hadwin was trying to run up to him to congratulate him on the green? One of the security guards tackled him.
He got dirt napped.
Because they didn't know who he was.
He got dirt napped. Well, no one knows who he is, so that's fine. He's a little wee guy too.
He's in his home country playing his home open. Are you telling me the security guard didn't know who Adam Hadwin was?
He's from like way far away. It'd be like saying you're from California and you're in Florida. Gross. Like he's in a completely different part of Canada. Canadian.
Yeah, but still, that was so funny, dude. I forgot all about that until I started reading some of the recap from last year. Cracked me up.
He's crying, dude.
Oh my gosh, it was. But it was great. It was so dramatic with Taylor winning, though. I didn't have a problem with that at all. But
no, it was all right.
Let's see. Rory's going to be here. Rory, of course, is going to be one of the favorites. We'll get into some of the odds here after our first break coming up here shortly. But Rory will be there. Looking for his third Canadian Open, I think. If I remember
third in different places. Yeah.
Different
places. Yeah, they're played in different places. But it's so strange that he's playing because you got so he's going to play 4 weeks in a row. Maybe he needs to do that just because of his off course things. Maybe he gets his mind off things. So it's this week. He's going to play Memorial and then the U.S. Open and then another signature event in the Travelers. Yeah. So I certainly don't think he's going to miss the signature event. So he's got 4 weeks in a row. Yeah. Taking last week off, obviously, but 4 weeks in a row. Maybe that's good. Maybe it's good for the soul for Rory to forget about all the stuff. That was a little surprising to me. That's usually he really usually doesn't do that. But here's what I think: he's playing well enough. He's playing well. He really is. And I think when you're playing well, you just want to keep playing. You want to keep playing, especially you don't want to go home and sit and think about all the things.
Think about your divorce
in his personal life. Yeah, he doesn't want to do anything like that. And all the rumors and speculations and stuff, what's going on with him, he doesn't want to deal with that stuff. So, being inside the ropes is kind of their safe haven. So, that's something that's surprising to me, but it's surprising in one hand, but it's not surprising, due to his situation on the other.
Of course, Rory's last win here was 2019 when he shot a final round 61. And he flirted with the possibility of a sub-60 performance, but it resulted in a 7-stroke victory over Webb Simpson and Shane Lowry. And Rory would no doubt like to continue his winning ways up in Canada, Take off your hoser. As you know, Rory's, we went through this, our last show. It feels like it's been so long ago now, where Rory is, on the wins list. He's approaching 30 career PGA Tour wins. By far, the elder statesman here, except for when Tiger's playing on the tour. So, hopefully he can continue his little winning ways and keep things up with that. They are at the Hamilton Golf and Country Club in Ontario. That is in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, it is the Canadian par 70, and it's a short track too, Johnny. It's only 7,084 yards or meters. As they say in Canada.
Well, no, they don't. They don't say meters in Canada. It's not. But you're right. You hate these par 70s, but this thing is tight as a fiddle. 7,000 yards to these guys that hit the way they are. But the defense of this place, it is very tight. The rough will be up. Certainly with the weather, you can get some spotty weather. You could get some snow up there this time of year. Being serious, you could. So. Yeah. Yeah, you hate these par 70s, but it's only defense. You can't make it a par 72 like they play for the members there. So you got to make a couple of these par 5s. I think there's one, the par 4, that's turned into a par 5, but a par 5 for the members, it was still only like 500 yards. That's nothing for these guys.
Yeah.
But again, last year, they're going to try to set up the golf course. I don't remember the winning score last year. Nick Taylor, I think it was like 15 or 16 under would be my guess. Last year, it wasn't overly super, super low, but maybe 17. Does that sound right? I want to say that's what it was. 60. It was in between there, I believe.
Nick Taylor won at 17 under.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that was the time. Yeah, Fleetwood and Taylor both shot 17 under.
Yeah, and
Taylor won in the playoff.
And it just goes to show on a short golf course. I mean, if you play that place with no rough, they're going to shoot 25. So, the way the world is, people think they got to lengthen these golf courses for these guys. No, you don't. Hilton Head never wins at 15 under for the most part if the wind blows. So there's some strategy there. Right. And I like the way they set up these types of golf course. And there's only a few guys. We'll see a little bit later on our card. I like a few of these guys that have played here a bunch that are kind of tacticianers that can kind of move their way around, that hit it straight. Hopefully it's not soft. If it's soft, or a few of these guys that I have on my card, then we're in trouble, even at 7,000 yards. And you have some elevation there, and you have some, it's very hilly, that part of the world. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think you're going to have some similar scoring. I think if you, depending on the weather and the rain, you're going to probably see it's going to be another 15, 16, 17 under par. So you got to make a bunch of birdies, and you can't hit very many foul balls out there.
No, you can't. Like you said, it's going to be tight. And, I don't have as much of a problem with the par 70 as I do the 71. Of course, 72 is what it should be. 72 should be it's just how it should be. Let's just have some consistency here. All right. But par 70, I can certainly see, but I just don't get the 71. I don't think it's necessary. I think it's a bit, but whatever. When they want me to come fix golf, I'm available anytime, night or day, to come and fix golf for them.
Well, don't keep your phone on. That's for sure. Because it's not a bit. It's not a bit. It's just how they got to set it up. I mean, you wanted what? What do you wanted you wanted a par 74 and play at 8,000 yards? I mean, I don't know.
No, I said 72.
Well, I mean, sometimes you got to change things up. Sometimes change is good there. Sometimes, you got to put some gray in that beard, son. Sometimes, I mean, it's just what
change
it is.
Is never good.
Yeah, it is. Change is
never good. All right, we're going to take a quick break here, our first break of the show, and come back on the other side, talk about the player odds, a little bit about Rory, Tommy, some Canadians in the field here, what their odds are, who's playing hot, who's not playing hot, and maybe some favorites of Johnny. And then later in the show, of course, my dartboard picks and Johnny's winning picks for you from the RBC Canadian Open. We are from the Rough Rider on FanStream Sports. We'll be back after this.
Hello, sports fans. FanStream Sports.
All right, guys, time to talk a little bit about Turf Life. You've seen the hats on our heads. You've been or seen the video of the studio. You've seen that the decals are all over the place. Turf Life. Man, it's the brand that salutes the consumer and industry players everywhere whose lives involve turf. What does that mean? That means if you play or have a business or, maybe you're a sports educator, you're going to be on turf at some point. So you live the turf life. So go ahead and tell everybody you live the turf life by having your Turf Life window decal or, the hat or the keychain or the something. Along that lines, just go to turflifeclub.com and become a turf head. That's what it's called when you live the turf life. You're now a turf head. And you can go join the club today, snag that window decal, or snag any other special Turf Life accessories, and go over there to that website, which is turflifeclub.com, and get your stuff and show everybody that, man, I'm all about that turf life. And then you just kind of raise your coffee mug at them and go, yeah, turf life, baby. That's what it's about. And then that's the end of the commercial. Ding. That means it's done in microwave talk.
Orion Golf Management Solutions. Orion Management Solutions has tailored its service packages just like it tailors its approach to customers. Some owners need more supervision, while others need periodic assessment of their short-term and long-term strategies and programs. Orion can be called in to develop a business plan with the existing staff, or we can assist with the daily management of a facility or event. Either way, we make sure the client is satisfied and understands the direction the facility needs to go in order to achieve the owner's goals. Orion Management Solutions can help with owner assistance service solutions, daily course management, business plan development, monthly operations, or as needed consulting services. Whatever your need, Orion Golf Management Solutions can help. Check out oriongolf.com.
Introducing Star Power Smart Home Solutions, where cutting-edge technology meets effortless living. Control your entire home with just a tap on your smartphone. Adjust the lights, set the temperature, ensure your home is totally secure, all from the palm of your hand. Experience the ultimate solution in comfort and security for your family. Start by going to the website, GetStarPower.com. That's GetStarPower.com.
Hi, golfers. IndyCarTim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there.
Hey, listeners, make sure you check out the brand new Fan Stream Sports in-studio text line. You can reach us during any of our live shows or 24/7 at 214-937-0569. That's 214-937-0569. Text us 24/7 day or night, and we'll reply to you and make you part of the show.
Coming back at you. Now, more Fan Stream Sports.
Welcome back to From the Rough right here on Fan Stream Sports. I'm IndyCarTim. That is Johnny Gerber right there, PGA of America member Johnny Gerber.
You've heard of
We
it.
are previewing the 2024 RBC Canadian Open for you. Tees off tomorrow morning. I don't know what, probably about
7:30.
7:30 local time, right? So
Yeah, 6:30.
Ontario time.
6:30 our time.
And again, I'll say it again. They don't sponsor the show, but ESPN Plus, I said that weird. ESPN's take two. ESPN Plus's coverage of the early rounds on Thursday and Friday are amazeballs. Like, I'm a big fan. It is worth the what, I don't even know how much it costs. I just pay for it. So I have the ESPN Plus. Good God, why can I not say ESPN Plus on the first?
I know how much you pay for it. Trust me, I do.
I haven't. No, it's not part of that. So it's part of the. It's part of the. Like, I have Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus as like a package. I think it's like $16 a month. I get all three. Yeah. The kids watch the Disney Plus and the Hulu, and I watch the ESPN Plus. So it's whatever. Again, I do things for the kids, not for myself. But
which kid?
All of them. All the kids that I know of that I have.
Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about, eh? But it's great on Thursday, man, to wake up, get in the shower, come out, turn on ESPN Plus. I go to whatever selected featured hole I want or whatever featured group that just teed off that I can watch, and kind of have it on in the background while I'm doing some work there with my back to it at my desk. And hear something interesting, or I get bored, I can go switch it over to a different hole or a different group. Or if I don't like the announcer, and I don't like all the announcers that ESPN Plus, but most of them are pretty good. And it's just great background music to have golf on at like 8:30 in the morning while I'm working. It's great.
Yeah, that's great. You're 100% right. And as good as ESPN Plus, see, that's how you do it. ESPN Plus.
I can't do it on
ESPN
the first try.
ESPN Plus, as good as they are, is as bad as ESPN Bet is when it comes to trying to come. Right? We talked about that last week. They're awful. Listen, awful. I sent him a bad email. I'm surprised I didn't get a reply back, or got my ESPN got cut off.
They just turn it off at your house.
Yeah, they say, "Nah, you're out. You're out. You're out." But no, it's awful. Like, the coverage what they were doing at ESPN Bet was just, I was like, guys, you guys are clueless. First off, the people out there that know anything about betting, these shows are tailored. Most of these guys don't make their own picks because you can't cover every single sport in betting. Like, right. If you're a sports handicapper, you can't be good at everything on all these. You pick one or two sports and you focus on that. I'm getting frustrated right now with these guys. I mean,
Right.
the record is the record for the last 5 years. Who is number one golf sports handicapper in the country?
John Gerber.
You've heard of him. You have. My phone number starts with 614. I won't say the rest because I got yelled at. I got too many prank calls. But
Can't give your number out on the air.
It's bad. It is bad. Bad. So listen, speaking of that, I just got a call from ESPN. Please don't say ESPN bet is bad on the air. Please. Thank you. All right. Well, I will until you just stop. So, they're only going to, I think they're going to start to do them. They started doing the majors. So they did Augusta. They did PGA. They're going to do the US Open. So I'm going to get ahead of this a little bit and say ESPN bet, please don't do the US Open. Please do not do the US Open.
Well, they're going to. It's one of the biggest betting things of the ever.
Augusta is in golf. The Ryder Cup and Augusta are the biggest bets because of the matchups and things that you can do. And you can actually bet on the Ryder Cup who's paired with who before it comes out.
Right.
Did you know that? It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, because it's such a big deal. Yeah.
And did you know, now, it's virtual betting. You can bet. So on a par 3, you can bet who hits closest to the hole or hits the longest drive. You can do some of these things. And there's so many opportunities in golf betting these days. And these guys but they don't know anything about golf. They have no idea about golf. They don't. And that's what kind of bothers me. So, hey, get better, ESPN. You've already lost all your good talent that went to Fox. Don't lose all your good people that actually listen a little bit. I'm a Scott Van Pelt fan. I like him. He knows golf. He was one of the first guys for Golf Central, or now it's called the Golf Channels. But he's fantastic. But other than that, guys, stop. Just stop. If you can't get the ball in the air, don't talk about golf betting. How about that? We'll just keep it that way. I lost you. See what happens when we start talking about ESPN? They cut off all our stuff. We can't hear Tim. No, that's just what. Can you hear me? I mean, I can't hear you. Can you hear me? I can't hear you. I don't know if the listeners, everyone out there, please chime in if we can hear him or not, because I cannot hear him. I know we paid the bills in the studio in Dallas, Texas. Your mic on your screen says mute. On the screen that I can see is muted. This is what happens on this show. It's just.
What's that?
It's good, but we just feel like I'm at a club. There we go. A lot of static. Feels like 2000 Europe. We are back.
Yeah, I'm having all sorts of. Oh my god.
Do we have Disney? Does Disney control this?
I don't know what's happening right now.
There, it's good.
It's not. It's a huge echo. Hang on.
Is this the first show you've ever done?
So pissed off right now. Makes for great radio.
That's what happens when you get sideways all weekend on Memorial Day weekend. Did you get waterlogged this weekend going out? I think you just got waterlogged. So how was Sneaky Pete's?
It was amazeballs.
There you go. That's good there.
Like seriously, everything's just completely locked up. I can't close a window.
Oh, I can hear an echo. We really had some bad weather there in Dallas. It's been awful. So we got some. I'm surprised we even have power in the studio there in Dallas. Seriously, as bad as it's been, we're
There's
lucky
damage
even
all
to have
around
that.
us here. Like trees down
I'm
or
sure.
down the parking lot, and I don't know what's happening right now. Colby's in there laughing at me, putting his headphones on.
I don't blame him. I do not blame him. Well, let's just get our picks in, so people can make some candy.
Wait, are we back?
You're freezing up too, isn't that weird? I can see C-Man.
What?
The echo in the speaker.
Well, yeah, it's everywhere. That's why.
Today,
Wow.
I consider myself
the luckiest man
on the face of the earth.
world.
My name is Jeff.
All right, look, I'm troubleshooting on the air here.
No one cares about only thing they care about is our picks, is our winners, as we say, our winners.
Yeah, you're probably right. Like,
That's
I
not
can't
bad
even
there.
grab-
I can. Oh yeah, it's still bad. This is what happens. Welcome to Dallas, where the weather is bad, and if you wait another day, it'll be bad again. Just what it is.
And the internet's worse.
As much as I love Dallas, I hate that weather. There's no seasons. It's either miserable, tornadoes, or hot as fish grease.
This is the strangest thing I've ever seen in my life. Effing Google Chrome is what this is.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. 100%. This is a Google Chrome issue.
Well, they own by ESPN. ESPN own them.
Oh my God, I swear I hate Google Chrome.
Maybe we should use a new browser service.
You can't. The only thing I use it on is this, because you have to.
You're messing up my margarita time next door.
Mine too. Oh, I don't have margarita. I do have tequila in the studio, though.
What's going on with did you get a keg yet for the studio?
That's a long story. I'll have to talk to you off the air when there's not an echo in my ear. I told you Daniel quit.
I heard it twice, so it must be for sure.
He was my hookup. Oh my God, I'm so pissed off right now. This is so entertaining for everybody watching.
Thanks for everybody for tuning in. Guess that's it.
Guess that's it.
That was like our third show, wasn't it?
I guess that's it. Yeah, I think it was.
Somebody said a cuss word or we talked bad about a sponsor. I was like, well, I guess that's the end of the show. And it was like 10 minutes in. Like, huh.
Yeah. Except for the one where your battery died. And
yeah, where was I at?
Minutes.
Where was I at then? I was somewhere.
When your battery died?
Yeah.
You were there, I thought.
Was I?
I think so.
I wasn't at Cheetahs.
You're at Bucks.
Bucks Wild.
Bucks Wild. This is not fun for me. I don't know about you.
Well, if we can't get this going, guys, we apologize. We will be posting all of our picks on all of our social media channels. Tim can revert those out.
I can't.
We don't want to keep everyone from their dinner.
We do.
Or their date. Or their shots of Fireball, whatever you prefer.
God, I could go for some Fireball right.
We don't have any in the studio?
There. Huh? No, we have. I just haven't had any yet.
All right, we're
Maybe
good.
that's a problem. All right.
Yeah, it is.
Are we back?
We're back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Well, except for I can't access. Oh my God! For the love of all that is holy. All right, I'm coming in hot.
Thanks, Obama.
What were we? We're about to go. We don't really have time for that. We're gonna go over the odds. All I can tell you odds wise, because I can't get to my odds screen because it's frozen like the rest of the studio, except for those 72 TVs. All the 72 TVs are still working.
Yeah, that's good.
Is that Rory McIlroy is your favorite at 4-1. Now there's a lot of money to be made there, Johnny.
Yeah, it's like picking up pennies. Like it's just not even worth it.
Like let's kind of discuss that aspect of while I'm pulling this stuff up elsewhere. Kind of talk about that aspect of the betting. Like, yeah, you might win, but you're probably not going to make any money, right? So it's almost like a pointless endeavor other than for bragging rights.
Yeah, when we start diving into this thing, we make our picks. That's why we've been so successful. It's just not always about picking the winner. It's not. It's about value, looking down the board. Where do you see value? And how much it's risk management. What do you risk to what you win? Rory McIlroy, I had him at like 3.5 to 1. So basically you're betting $100 to win $350. Now it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different when you start going down these things, is because he's got to beat 144 people. And for that value of your money, I would rather play him in a different odds to say, okay, maybe play him in the top 10. So he might be +1. He might be it might be even money to finish in the 110. But there's a lot of room for error there with Rory McIlroy. Right. If Rory McIlroy has one marginal round, he's not going to win the golf tournament. But if he has one marginal round, you can still make some money on him. So when I see these, when I start seeing these things like the values, that's how I look at things, and that's how the 1 or 2 times a year. That's why our ham sandwich picks. They go through. They make it happen, and that one ham sandwich, that one long shot, makes you money plus for the year. Right. So this is why it's so important we start talking about handicap. Follow the system. Bet every week, whether it's $1, $100, whatever it is. Play the system that we have created over the last 5 years. It's been profitable every single year. Oh, plus over $100,000. $140,000 over the last 5 years, and especially on the matchups. We've done so well on the matchups. But follow the system. Like I said, it doesn't matter if it's $1. It doesn't matter if it's $5. Play the bets every single week, because so far this year, we haven't had a great year. I'll be honest with everybody. Our matchups have been fine like they always are. But we are still in the hole for the year. But that being said, when we get on this run and you're going to call me, you're going to send me on something on social media, I get all the time. It's like, oh, you've been out for so long and now you finally hit. I was like, that's why you that's why you play it every single week. The long run, over the long run, through the course of the year, you will not lose money. If you do, send me a tweet. I'll buy you a ham sandwich. I'll buy you Taco Bell. I'll buy you what you want, because you will not lose. It's been proven. There you go. That's the words of advice for the day.
And he will do that. He will buy you a ham sandwich. Just watch out. Johnny, our second under our odds here, as we try to move along now, is your boy Tommy 15-1.
The mouse.
How long is it going to take for him to get his first win?
This week.
Oh, God, it's happening. Really, you think?
You're locked out again. Yeah, that's okay. Hey, why don't we take a break? If we can get this things fixed out, guys, let's take a quick break. We'll come back on the back end of the break and just give you our picks. If we don't come back, we'll be posting all of our picks on social media. Sorry for the technical difficulties. We really had some really bad weather in Dallas. Like I said, we're lucky that we're very lucky that we're actually on air tonight, just because of all the tornadoes and everything in Dallas. So let's take a quick break, Tim. If we can't come back, we'll do a commercial, and then we'll be posting everything on social media. Or we won't.
the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there.
Hey, listeners, make sure you check out the brand new Fans Dream Sports in-studio text line. You can reach us during any of our live shows or 24/7 at 214-937-0569. That's 214-937-0569. Text us 24/7 day or night, and we'll reply to you and make you part of the show.
Coming back at you. Now, more Fan Stream Sports.
We are back.
We're on the other side too. We're back. Was that the fix? So we had to get up. There we go.
No. So I'll tell you what happened. Look, pulling back the curtain here a little bit before we get into our picks so we can end the show for everybody. So I went into my Google Chrome that I'm required by StreamYard to use. Otherwise, it wouldn't be on any of my computers. And I had to, so my profile is paused, right? Which means it won't sync with my Google Chrome at home because I use it to sync websites and stuff so I can get them here and at home. And I don't have to email myself articles. I can bookmark it at home and it shows up here if I'm logged into the same profile. Well, my profile is logged in here, but it's on pause. So I went to log in, and as soon as I hit the login button on Google for my Gmail account, which is where everything's synced to for the show, the screen just stopped. Like I wouldn't take a click. I couldn't go to any other tabs. That's why I couldn't initially go to a break, because I couldn't hit any of the overlays on the screen. So I just started playing the music on the board, and that we were still on the screen because I couldn't. And I literally shut the computer down and rebooted when that whole time we were in the break. And I could see you on the TV, like on the stream, on the broadcast on YouTube, but I couldn't see anything on my computer screen. So I just had to manually, hold the button down to do a hard reboot on the computer, and had to log back into everything. So that's what was happening. Like I couldn't do anything on the screen to hit an overlay, to change pictures, to mute myself, to unmute I couldn't do anything. It was just everything was frozen.
Welcome to our first show, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
It'd be nice if we had some people that knew what they were doing.
I know, right?
Some technical directors or something on this show. That sure would be nice. Well, Johnny, let's get into what everybody joined the show for an hour ago, almost it seems now. And I'll deal with all of that in between other shows if I'm able to. Johnny, have you seen my picks? I know you didn't have a chance to look at the run sheet, but I swear to God, I did these picks before you sent me yours because I did them this morning.
Yeah,
as
we're
we
in trouble.
get into my it's going to be trouble.
For those who don't know, anytime Tim and I crisscross picks, we're in trouble.
And Johnny, we're going to be in trouble this week.
We are.
Because here are my dartboard picks, my uneducated picks for fun, where I try to keep up with Johnny and see how I can do compared to him, which is never good. Sometimes we crisscross and we overlap, and we did a lot of that here because my winner I've got is Sahith Theegala to win. He's been knocking on the door all year. I think this week could be his time. He's second in the field in strokes gained on the year, just behind McIlroy, which is a good place to be. And he should have the confidence coming into this to play well. So he's my winner. My top 10, Tom Kim. I like Tom Kim here at, what is he, at plus 300? By the way, Theegala at 20-1. Tom Kim at plus 300, kind of the same thing with him. It's been a pretty uneventful year for him, I think. But I think he's looking for his fourth win, and I think he comes close here and makes it into the top 10 this weekend. And then finally, my top 20. I don't think he's on your card, so at least we didn't get all three. But Mark Hubbard at plus 275 for the top 20. I almost picked him as a winner at 90-1. Think about that. I almost picked him as my winner.
It's not a bad pick.
Yeah, I probably should have. I'm not very adventurous these days. He's really improved off the tee since the year started, and that was kind of his downfall early in the season. He wasn't hitting the ball well off the tee, wasn't driving the ball well, didn't have a lot of control. He's cleaned that up, and I think this course, from all of the uneducated research I did, kind of fits him if he's hitting the ball straight. So those are my guys, Johnny. But again, nobody cares what I think. Everybody's here for what you think. And Johnny's Picks is always brought to you by Orion Golf Management Solutions. They can manage your course. They can manage your pro shop. They can manage just about anything you need, either with your assistance or without. Give them full control or give them partial control. Help them out. Orion Golf Management Solutions at oriongolf.com. Johnny, who's on your card?
Boy, after we cashed in a couple tickets last week at the Colonial, so we're off to a decent start. I do like the mouse this week. Tommy Fleetwood at 18-1. If you believe in karma, if you believe in golf karma, believe in this. It's a golf course that fits him perfectly. If the weather gets a little bit spotty, then I really like him at 18-1, especially after what happened last year. Potentially the first win on the PGA Tour. He's won, world beater overseas, and he got his teeth done. Did you notice that? He got some veneers.
No, I didn't notice that. Is that right?
Yeah, that's a good sign. It's a good sign. That means he's getting more confidence. So, veneers makes confidence. That's write that down. Write that down. 18-1 for Tommy Fleetwood. I like him in our first pick. Second pick this week. Despite what Tim did pick him, despite that, we still like him at 20-1. Sahith Theegala. Not a great golf course for him off the tee, but he's not going to have to hit a lot of drivers. He's going to hit a lot of irons off the tee, which is going to help him a lot. His weakness is driving the golf ball. So again, for him to kind of hit irons and some fairway woods off the tees, it's going to help him. It's going to take the driver out of his bag. I know it's his biggest strength, but sometimes his biggest strength, he can get wayward. So I like him at 20-1. I don't know why I'm picking this guy, but I'm going to pick him Cam Young at 28-1.
I don't either.
I'm just going to do it. Between him and Taylor Montgomery, he's on our card a lot. 28-1. I'm not going to go into why. I'm just going to say 28-1 Cam Young and just kind of move on.
I like your reasoning there.
I just over trying to explain him, because every time I try to explain him, it doesn't ever work out. So
yeah, you can't do it, can you?
He's a mystery. It's a mystery. And it's a little bit of the theory is a little bit like Theegala. He gets a little wayward off the tee. His putting has been suspect. So, man, I don't know. Listen, guys, I'm picking him. He's probably going to win just because I'm not giving any rhyme or reason. 28-1. Ham sandwich pick this week, guys. Seamus Power, not Austin Power. Seamus Power at 100-1. If the weather gets a little bit spotty, he's a good player in those type of conditions. He's good. He hits the ball very high in soft conditions. So it's a very good golf course for the elevation. So I like him in that spot of great value at 100-1. Two top 10 picks this week, as always. Tom Kim at plus 350. I like his form over the last few weeks. I think it's a golf course that suits him well, and I like him at plus 350. Ben Griffin plus 6. I like Tom Kim at 350, but I also like Ben Griffin at plus 650. If you look at his ball striking, he's top 20 in ball striking. He hasn't really been coming into very good form, but in a golf course that you don't really have to drive the golf ball long, he's more of a tactician. And I like him here in this spot at plus 650 to finish in the top 10. Two top 20 picks this week. I like the old guys, like myself. I like the AARP guys this week to finish in the top 20. It's a golf course. It's not overly long, so I like Matt Kuchar at plus 450. Big success here in the past. Loves to go into Canada. He likes those gentlemen's clubs up there in Canada. So he seems to play well up there. And 450, I like him there in that spot. And Zach Johnson at plus 650, coming into some pretty good form. He's self-admittingly he's playing well. He's going to tell you he plays well. His only deal is he just can't keep up and hit it far enough for some of these guys. But on a golf course like this, I like him to finish in that top 20 spot, especially in the form that he's been to. But in that with great value at plus 650 in that top 20 spot. So that's what we like this week, guys. Going into the Memorial, going into the U.S. Open, two of my favorite events. I'll be up to Columbus covering the Memorial next week. So looking forward to that for covering the Memorial for the local radio there, 97.1 The Fan. And for us and for Golf Central Magazine, we'll be writing some articles for Golf Central Magazine. So looking forward to next week, seeing my family, seeing Nancy and Jerome. So it's going to be an enjoyable week at the Memorial next week.
The CEO of FanStream Sports.
Indeed.
Nancy Gerber. Shout out to Nancy Gerber for all of her wonderful support and for birthing one John Gerber.
I wouldn't. That's not a big achievement, but
one Jonathan Jerome Gerber.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
No, Jonathan Octavio Gerber.
It's not
to know your middle name. It's not
Earl.
Jonathan. It's just John.
Yeah, Earl.
Your name's Earl.
Yeah, it's a family name.
Why do we call you John?
What are you supposed to call me?
Earl?
No, that's fine.
Like Tiger called his dad?
Don't compare me to those two.
To either one of them?
No, that's
Especially
fine.
not the golf swing. That's for damn sure. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
We apologize for all of the technical miscues today. Again, we've had some really severe weather here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I had to dodge fallen tree branches and stuff to get into the parking lot today, and all jumping down the service road to the tollway and through some of the neighborhoods that I have to take to get here. And it's the first real sunny day that we've had. It's still hot and muggy and humid, and now we're supposed to have another round of thunderstorms and severe weather tomorrow on Thursday here in Dallas to kind of to end the month of May. But yes, we appreciate everybody staying with us, that stayed with us, everybody that watched us on the X accounts that we have here on Facebook. We are live on LinkedIn here as well on the show, and then Instagram. Shout out again to Bailey for tuning in and saying hello to Johnny. Can't wait to see you later. And then, of course, everywhere else, we are broadcast on FanStream Sports and the FanStream Sports mobile app that's free to download for iOS or Android. We'll be back on Monday to recap the RBC Canadian Open right here on FanStream Sports. We are from the rough. Until then, boys and girls, y'all keep hitting them straight.